Now, finally, أَلَمْ يَجْعَلْ كَيْدَهُمْ فِي تَضْلِيلٍ. The second alam. The first alam was أَلَمْ تَرَ كَيْفَ فَعَلَ رَبُّكَ بِأَصْحَابِ الْفِيلِ. The second, أَلَمْ يَجْعَلْ كَيْدَهُمْ فِي تَضْلِيلٍ. Now, didn't he, common translation, didn't he make their plot in waste? This is very literal translation. Or didn't he place their plot in vain, in naught? Or reduce it to nothing? First, let's pay attention to the word alam. It's mentioned again. So the first question was alam. The second is again alam. And here, the purpose of this, these are the only two alam, by the way. There's no third, right? These are the only two. And these are the only two present tenses, tara and yaj'al. Now there's arsala after this, right? And ja'ala after this. And so the language changes a little bit. Now, I mentioned before, when the present tense is used, there's a continuity. There's a continuity. And if you look at the language, he took their plot and reduced it to waste. This is something not only that Allah did for them, but anyone who makes plots against Allah's deen, Allah will do this over and over and over again, hence justifying the use of the present tense, yaj'al in this case. Even though the meaning comes out in the past tense, the conjugation is in the present form, the mudari' form. That's the first thing. Then the word ja'ala as opposed to fa'ala. But the first ayah said, fa'ala, kayfa, fa'ala. Here, referring to Allah, alam yaj'al, not alam yaf'al. Different verb is being used. What's the benefit here? Ja'ala is to take something that already exists and transform it. What the word itself indicates is Allah let them have their plan, let them finish the entire execution of it, plan it out for months and months, secure the funds, secure the army, secure the training, secure the means for the journey, let them run it the whole way and put it to waste at the very end. He transformed, he morphed the plan at the very end. In other words, he didn't deviate the plan in the beginning. He could have not allowed them to consume an army, or to amass an army, or to come up with the funds, or to be able to make it all the way. They could have never met Abu Righal. Remember the navigator that got them all the way to Mecca? They could have never met him if Allah had wanted. But He let them think the plan is in order. But He took that plan and made it different at the very end. So that's what ja'ala seems to indicate, is that this is, alam yaj'al, that Allah Azza wa Jalla let them played them along, basically played them. And at the end, Allah Azza wa Jalla pulled the strings on them. By the way, I don't know if I've given you this parallel before, but it's an interesting parallel. My teacher, Dr. Sami, used to give it to me. He says, when someone's rebellious, one of the things Allah does is, He lets them go free. And they feel like they got no problems, they can get away with anything. And it's compared to a dog that is wild. It's barking at you, it's biting at you, so you tie it up, right? And you tie it up with a 1-foot leash, so it can't really move much. But if you really want to punish this dog, you take it in an open field and tie it to a 400-foot leash. Because if you tie it to a 400-foot leash, you know what's going to happen? It's going to think that it's free, and it's running full speed. Right? When it's only a foot-long leash, it can only pull so much. When it's running full speed and it reaches 400 feet, what happens? You see, it gets yanked, it gets choked, and that pain is far worse than the 1-foot leash. The dog thinks he's got freedom, but this is actually worse for him. وَيَمُدُّهُمْ فِي طُغْيَانِهِمْ يَعْمَهُونَ. Allah extends them in their rebellion. Let them remain blind in it. So Allah extended their means all the way to get to the Kaaba. Allah could have destroyed them much before, but He let them execute their plan. Let them play along. Let them dig their hole deeper. This will only make their punishment worse. Not only are they mushrikun, but they're committing crimes against Allah Azza wa Jalla. Okay. وَأَرْسَلَ عَلَيْهِمْ طَيِّرًا أَبَابِيلَ.